Trevs Show. I'm the Trev. It's too sweet. Anyway, let's talk about these guys. The entry draft is coming and going. And initially, we went into the 22 entry draft with 12 picks. We came out with 11. But it was a damn good draft for the Kraken, if I don't say so myself. And it was more than just our first round pick, but we'll talk about all that. So let's do just that. So going into the 2-day draft, this is how we looked to start. And by the end of it, we had traded off Washington's 4th round pick and our own 5th. Instead of going home with 12 picks, we went home with 11 picks. Let's talk about those 11 picks. Obviously, with the first pick, number 4 overall, we selected Shane Wright. Were you just as surprised as I was to see him slip this far down? I mean, I'm incredibly thankful, so thank you to the Canadians for not drafting Shane Wright, and thank you for the Devils and the Coyotes for extending the same gratitude. This is a great pick. I don't want to say this is the steal of the draft, but this will definitely help for at least the next 3-5 years, maybe longer. Who knows? They could have their own 1-2, like so many superstar-filled teams do, like the Oilers, like the Penguins have a 1-2. Maybe this is Seattle building their 1-2. Either way, for a guy who was scouted for years and the number one consensus among all the experts for years, to go all the way down to number 4. We'll take an exceptional status player any day of the week, twice on Sundays. So again, great pick. Hopefully he makes the team come the 22-23 season. It'd be great to see him and Beniers on a 1-2. I know they're both centers, so whoever you put on whatever line, it'd be fun to watch. Our first pick in the 2nd round, or 35th overall, Jagger Fergus, coming out of Moose Jaw. Putting up 96 points in just over 3 seasons with Moose Jaw. Solid scoring finesse forward. And who knows, maybe within a year or two, when he's on the lineup and he's feeding the point to either one of Beniers or Wright, could be a good deadly winger to have. Either way, it's good to add more scoring. 2nd pick in the 2nd round, or 49th overall, depending on how you want to look at it. Jani Niemann, another right winger. This one coming out of Finland. Put up a solid 35 points in 34 games, playing out in Kuvi. I can see him taking at least a year, maybe 2, to come to the team. Let him finesse his game a little more, but I have been wrong from time to time, so if this guy makes the lineup, that'd be great too. With pick number 58, the only goalie we would take in this draft, Nicholas Coco. Comes playing from the Finnish under-20 team, where he put up a 17-10-0 record. Put up a respectable 2.06 goals against and a .914 save percentage. Again, could see him taking at least a year or 2 to make the team, but could be a good thing when he does. Picked up another center at 61, drafting David Goyette out of Sudbury. Put up a solid 73 points in 66 games, so just over a point per game. That's what I've noticed about a lot of our picks. They're pretty close to or over a point per game. So look for Goyette to make a bit of a difference here pretty soon. So far, we're doing pretty good. Off to round 3. At number 68, one of 2 defensemen we would end up drafting, Ty Nelson, coming out of the North Bay Battalion. His last season, put up 51 points in 66 games and was a plus 24. Now that's an amazing stat you want to see amongst defensemen, is that plus. He's on the ice more times that it's going in than it's going in on the net, on his own net. So he could be a difference maker in a year or 2. With pick number 91, we selected Ben Mcdonald, Now, unfortunately, we're probably not going to see him for 2 years at least, as he's connected to Harvard. So I can't stand in the way of that. But playing in U.S. high school, he put up 29 points in 22 games. So again, the trend of point per game could be solid if he sticks around. So for the first pick in round 4, or 100th overall, we selected Tyson Jugnos, the only other defenseman that we selected in this draft. Now, unfortunately, he's connected to the University of Wisconsin for next season, but playing for the West Kelowna Warriors, he put up 50 points in 52 games, and it was a plus 26. So the two defensemen they selected have good plus-minus numbers. I'm listening. Was pick number 123. We selected Tucker Robertson out of Peterborough. Now, the fact that he was still available at 123, that was kind of surprising. Last season, he put up 81 points in 66 games, and 41 of those points were goals. So you do the math on that one. Solid pickup. Our round 5 pick was traded to Boston. So round 6, at number 164, we drafted Barrett Hall, another center. Now, unfortunately, another one who's tied to university, but in the NHL, he scored 20 points in 19 games playing in Minnesota. So if we ever get to see him, we'll see what he's made of. And with our last pick in the 7th round, number 196, we drafted Kyle Jackson, also out of North Bay. 62 points in 45 games, which is good enough for 5th on the battalion's team in scoring. Here's hoping he makes the team. 62 points in 45 games, that could be a great thing. And I know the OHL and the NHL is a completely different transition. I know that, but great to see him apply it in Seattle. It really would. So to say that we did better this year than we did last year is a complete understatement. And like I said at the beginning, I don't want to sound like we stole the draft, but we might have stole the draft. With Montreal giving us the best assist they could ever do that, in giving us Shane Wright. And I mean, hopefully we can keep him around long term. Him, Beniers, you build around that, it could be scary good. But I also have to mention, we now have a villain story brewing between Wright and the Canadiens. If you remember the glare, this look that he gave the Canadiens. Granted, we might not play the Canadiens all that much in a year, but I hope every time we do, they feel it. I really do. It'll be fun to see. And the fact that, Seattle already has Montreal's number. I don't think they've ever lost to Montreal. That helps it out too. But either way, very pleased with the draft. Add that to what we've already got in the system. We're on the way to a very good build. It might not take fruition for at least a year, but we've got a good foundation set. And that's the most important thing, especially for a year 2 team. So I watch those hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate you being here, especially if you're right here. That's a great thing for both of us. So if you are, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. If you want that red button, if you're not already entertaining it, if you haven't already done so, do so. You know how it makes you feel. You know what we're going for. Let's do it up. Socials are in the description down below. Moving forward, I got one more video to do before I do another Kraken video. But either way, in the meantime, in between time, be looking for more videos from Trev. Later.